Hey guys, and welcome back. This is part 3 of my series on rational expressions, and today we are learning how to add and subtract rational expressions. Hi there, welcome back. If you still have not done so already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos. Today we are going to be focusing on adding and subtracting rational expressions. So without further ado, adding and subtracting rational expression is done the exact same way. And so you can do this in 4 steps. The first one is to factor the denominator completely, not the numerator, denominator only. And second step here is to find the least common denominator, then multiply the numerator and denominator of each fraction so that they have the same denominator. Third step is to add or subtract the numerators. And the fourth step is to simplify. Okay, that looks like a lot of steps, but it's really not. Let me give you some examples here so you can see more clearly what's happening. Our first example here is going to be 4x plus 1 divided by 6x plus 5, altogether plus 8x plus 9 divided by 6x plus 5. And as you can see here, step 1 is already done because these denominators cannot be factored any further. Step 2 is to identify the least common denominator. And as you can see here, 6x plus 5 is common to both those fractions, so that's also done. The third step would be to add or subtract the numerator depending on what you have. And so since we have an addition here, we're going to add both numerators while keeping them over their common denominator. And so that's going to be 4x plus 1 plus 8x plus 9 divided by 6x plus 5. And so the last step is to simplify it further. And so you're going to get 4x plus 8x giving you 12x. And then 1 plus 9 is going to give you 10. And in the denominator, you're going to have still 6x plus 5. Now, as you can see, the numerator here can be factored further because 2 is a common factor to both those terms. And so you're going to have 2, open big parenthesis, 6x plus 5 divided by 6x plus 5. And as usual, cancel out any common factor. And so you're going to be left out with just 2. And that's done for this first one. Let's look at another one, and let's do a subtraction this time. 3 divided by x plus 4 minus 6 divided by x plus 5. Again, the first step here is already done because these denominators cannot be factored any further. But the second step here to find the least common denominator, you can see here that they have both different denominators. And so the least common denominator is at least going to include all the different factors that you can find in the denominator from both fractions. In this case, it's going to be x plus 4 times x plus 5. That's our least common denominator. And so what you need to do here is make sure that each of those fractions have that denominator. You can do that on the first fraction here. Since it's missing x plus 5, you just have to multiply and divide by x plus 5. And so you're going to have 3 times x plus 5 divided by x plus 4 times x plus 5. And the next one here, 6 divided by x plus 5, is missing x plus 4. And so you're going to divide and multiply by x plus 4, giving you 6x plus 4 divided by x plus 5 multiplied by x plus 4. Since that's done, you can go to step 3, which is to subtract the numerators while keeping the denominator the same. And so you're going to have 3x plus 15 minus 6x minus 24 divided by x plus 4 multiplied by x plus 5. So now you simplify it through. You're going to give yourself a negative 3x minus 9 divided by x plus 4 multiplied by x plus 5. And so lastly, you can see that this numerator has a negative 3 in common as a factor. And so you can pull out the negative 3, giving you negative 3 multiplied by x plus 3 divided by x plus 4 times x plus 5. And here you can see that you can't do anything more because there's no common factors on the numerator and denominator. So you can stop right here and you're done. Okay, let's mix it up a little bit and look at our last example. So we're going to have 4x squared plus x minus 6 divided by x squared plus 3x plus 2 minus 3x divided by x plus 1 plus 5 divided by x plus 2. And so looking at the denominators here only, the first denominator here, we can look for two numbers that are adding up to 3 and multiplying to 2. And that's going to be 2 and 1. And so we're going to have here x plus 2 multiplied by x plus 1. And the second and third fraction here have denominators that are already all factored out. You can't do anything more. And so looking at all these factors, you can say the least common denominator has to include x plus 2 and x plus 1. And so our second fraction here is missing x plus 2, so we're going to add it in there, x plus 2 and x plus 2. And the third one here is missing an x plus 1, so we're also going to add it in there, so we're going to have 5x plus 1 divided by x plus 2, x plus 1. Next step here, we're going to subtract and add all numerators while keeping the denominator the same. So we're going to have 4x squared plus x minus 6 minus 3x squared minus 6x plus 5x plus 5 divided by x plus 2 times x plus 1. And so as you can see here, 4x squared and negative 3x squared is going to give us x squared. X, 6x negative plus 5x is going to give us 0. And then negative 6x plus 5 is going to give us negative 1. And so that's going to be divided by x plus 2 times x plus 1. And so since that's done, our last step here is to simplify it through. And so we're going to have the numerator here as a difference of squared. And so that's going to be x minus 1 times x plus 1 divided by x plus 2 times x plus 1. Simplifying out the x plus 1 is going to be leaving us with x minus 1 divided by x plus 2. And that is going to be it for this particular one and this particular note. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. Alright guys, that is it for now. The link for this note is always going to be in the description below. If you like this video, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Also, follow me on my other social platforms on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at Franck's Note, and I will see you in the next video.